So I'm going to walk you guys through the Plummer House Woods where we've been working this summer. Mostly because I'm getting a little discouraged, honestly. We've done lots of great stuff. I mean, it looks a bit like a tornado went off. But you can see lots of dead buckthorn and honeysuckle. These were too big for us to cut with hand tools. We were able to kill them though. And lots of honeysuckle. And this green thing here that's flagged, that is a Japanese tree lilac. That's actually why I'm getting so discouraged. So in the beginning I thought there were just a few Japanese tree lilacs. Dead buckthorn. So we've been cutting all the buckthorn and honeysuckle we can find and pulling the dame's rocket and the garlic mustard and making good progress. I mean, again, it looks a little bit like a tornado and a shocking amount of bare mineral soil. So in the back you can see where we haven't done yet. You can see there are hackberries with this warty bark, and there's a sugar maple, so there's a little bit of hope, but not much in the understory. These are again dead buckthorn, too big for us to cut, and you see all the tops. We tried to lay them down horizontally to reduce erosion because of all this bare mineral soil. So you see that big, looks like a tree that's tipped over on its side and really early. It is not a tree. That is honeysuckle. So we're gonna just walk through here. Now if you go back and look at my early pictures, it looked green everywhere. Almost entirely buckthorn and honeysuckle. So that's on the ground. You can see the many stumps, big piles. Now the piles are good for wildlife habitat and whatnot, but geez Louise, there's a lot of them. And then today I was working really hard over here, which actually generally looks a lot better. It's got a much healthier understory layer. I've been working really hard to pull all the even little tiny buckthorn and honeysuckle to really get it all. But then, so this side like looked better, but you can see today I've been out here about 4 hours, and the boys and I started out here this week, so they did a little bit of this, but I did a lot today. But the discouraging part, yeah, where are my flags? So this is blue, but it's still Japanese tree lilac. There is a lot of, there's another one, can you see that? Lime green flagging, Japanese tree lilac. This with the blue and white flagging is privet. So that's the first known naturalized incident of privet of the state of Minnesota. So while a bit exhilarating, somewhat depressing, all the same. So I worked over here. So this is what, this again, this big pile of wood, this is old honeysuckle. So that's the honeysuckle bush, and it's gigantic. And so it's a lot of work cutting live honeysuckle out to try to kill it. So here you can see, but I can't even get it off. They're like one on top of the other. So this is one I cut today and treated, and that's an old one on top of it. So this is dead, it's just from today, so it's new. But you see this with the pale on top, more Japanese tree lilac. So I've been trying to market, you see that lime green flag, more Japanese tree lilac. But honestly, there's so much. You see that kind of nice looking tree dead ahead? Japanese tree lilac. That it's gotten to the point where I can't actually stop it all. Like I can't leave it and flag it all for someone else to look at in case they want to see, because I'm worried I'll never be able to get back to it with all this downwoody debris everywhere. So here, Japanese tree lilac. There's like a lot, a concerning amount. Tree lilac, Japanese tree lilac. This is where I work today. So again, lots of honeysuckle down there. This is that same privet, but you can really see how it's, spreads, right? I don't know where the mother plant is. It is reproducing. I was asked to get some samples for the Bell Museum to put in the official herbarium records, and I was able to get seed off of it, which is great for ID, bad for spread. And you can see the little flags, so those are kind of the edge of that privet. It goes around that way a little bit. And so I've been flagging some of the Japanese tree lilac. The reason I've done that is because we didn't really know if Japanese tree lilac was invasive in Minnesota. So again, you can see the old honeysuckle there, and then that big pile on top is new honeysuckle. And the closer we get, I'm pretty certain the parent Japanese tree lilacs are planted in the garden. And so you see there's more flagging there. There's actually quite a bit over here. Some of it's harder to see than others. But it's so much that I don't think I can stop. I think I'm just gonna have to start cutting it. Because to go back and hope I find it is concerning. Oh yeah, see, another Japanese tree lilac. A little one and a big one. You know, the idea was that we would flag it and come back and get it. I want to flag it in case people want to come see it. It's so new that I'm not entirely confident everybody believes it's real, but it is. So this is where I stopped working today. This is the edge. You can see the old honeysuckle, some alive, some not. New honeysuckle. There's some prickly ash in there. And then this is where I work today. Back there, and then here, Japanese tree lilac, saved to show people. And the white flags are serviceberry that were planted at Arbor Day. Anyway, so I thought I would share. We've been here a lot and we've made some good progress, but man, the privet and the Japanese tree lilac are starting to get me down. All right, hope everybody's having a great day. It's lovely to get some exercise out here, and have a great weekend.